Hello, everyone. This is Daniel Torres here, host of the FMCG Guys, and welcome to the Hot Seat in collaboration with the Women in Retail Media Collective. And you may be wondering, if you didn't hear the first episode of the Hot Seat, what is the Hot Seat? Well, it's a fun, fast, and slightly or very unhinged series of episodes where the FMCG Guys and the Women in Retail Media Collective share the mic and bring in guests for no filter chat about retail media, the people, the power shifts, and everything in between. And forget the fluff that you normally get in other podcasts and events. This is the real deal, I think. And here's my co-host of the day.
Hey, I'm Jemma Haley. I'm the Director of Sales and EMEA at Penteleap and the co-founder of the Women in Retail Media Collective.
Jemma, first of all, I know that you're coming from the Mexico.
Yeah.
I was curious to know what would be better this year, the Mexico or NRF Europe, since it's very smartly scheduled at the same time.
I know.
Mexico.
The Mexico was good. It was 2.5 very busy days for both Penteleap and the Women in Retail Media Collective. And if you see, like today I was trying to work, but I got disturbed by all the LinkedIn notification of all the recaps about the Mexico. I think if you have a look at what everyone shared about either the talks or the people attending, there were a great mix of retailers, of brands, international crowd. Yeah, I don't know. We have to ask the visitors of NRF Paris. I know Lars was there and he really liked it as well.
Okay.
So maybe it's up for a next debate.
Okay.
But for us, it was really good.
What did you do actually as Women in Retail Media Collective?
We were invited to have a talk on stage, on the media stage, which we're really grateful for. And we were able to share like the 3 points. We kind of have a unique vantage point because we speak with all the women in the global network. We have over 1,000 right now. So we shared the 3 points that the women in our network highlighted as the key factors shaping the future of retail media.
Cool. And I saw that you had like a cool event, no, as well. That was fun.
As well, yeah. Pre-event the night before, really cool. Hosted with the BVDW and Douglas and TikTok in a wine bar. It was really cool. 60 women, cool retail media, but also more intimate leadership conversations. Yeah,
cool. Look,
it was a great success.
Like I always say, if it's not on LinkedIn, it hasn't happened. And the pictures on LinkedIn look very cool. So
true, and there's more to come. We just got more pictures from a professional photographer. So yeah, really nice. More to come.
Also, you were giving me promo, sending me pictures on.
Yeah, we missed you there.
Last time you do that to me, by the way. So, Jemma, who is our first external hot seat visitor? Because we did the last with you and Anna Lau, who the 3 of us will be co-hosts. Who do we have today?
Well, for this first podcast with a guest, we're very delighted to have Jemma Haley on the show. And Jemma is the retail media business and proposition strategy lead at the John Lewis Partnership Waitrose. And she has, as many great people in this industry, a background at dunnhumby. And I got to know Jemma via Penteleap and JLP Waitrose and got to know her better via the Women in Retail Media Collective. And she has a wealth of knowledge about retail media, and she's really able to share her ideas in a very easy, down-to-earth way, and is a lot of fun to hang out with. So I could not think of a better first guest of this show. Jemma, welcome.
Thanks for having me on it. I'm excited.
Very cool.
The expectation is high now, Jemma.
Yeah, there is a lot of expectation.
So Jemma, nice to meet you as well. It was fun how we met as well. We met on a video conference first, being judges of an award, and then we had in person doing Shop Talk Europe and a memorable boat ride in which Jemma was also there. But for the audience to get to know you better, we'll actually start with a game. So this podcast is all about games. So I have some questions, very personal questions, ready for you. I'll shoot them very fast, and you have to answer them as quick as possible, by the way.
Okay.
So first of all, place of birth.
Exeter in England.
Zodiac sign.
Leo.
Favorite meal, sorry.
God, that's so hard.
What is your death row meal?
On my death row meal. See, this is one of my favourite questions. Like I always ask other people. My favourite death row meal would have to be like a proper roast with like massive Yorkshire pudding, like an extra portion of roast potatoes on it, loads of gravy, lots of kind of greens, a glass of Sauvignon Blanc, and then finished with something like a millionaire shortbread.
Wow.
What you love.
Emma, an English person that actually likes English food. That's a first for me.
I know, what's wrong with
So British.
No, but no, I like it. What's your favorite sports team?
You know what? Like I love sports and I love being active and I do loads of stuff, but I don't actually follow sports teams. But I guess if I was to say sports team, then I'd probably by default my husband supports Liverpool. So occasionally I'll watch like a Liverpool match, but am I a fan? Probably not.
This is a supportive wife.
What's your go-to music after a hard day?
Oh, you know, quite my music taste is really, really eclectic. It's anything from like dance music to like old school kind of soul music, Motown, 80s music, 90s, like noughties. I honestly like a complete mix. So I'll go to the gym and I'll listen to literally anything. I'll just put it on shuffle and whatever comes up will be totally random, but I'll just like go with it. So I like that.
What's your biggest LinkedIn pet peeve?
So I think I'd have to say it's when it's how like I love LinkedIn, but I feel like sometimes it like people mistake it for like Facebook, and there's a lot of stuff on there that you just don't need to see. This is going to sound really, really harsh, but it's when you get certain posts that go, "This is the most vulnerable thing I've ever shared," and you're like, "I'm all for vulnerability, like all for it," but you don't need to put it on LinkedIn.
You don't need to say the word vulnerable, maybe. Who is your favorite colleague? It can be it can be present or past. Future would be more complicated, probably.
Okay, so let's say, well, I have so many favourite colleagues, I really do. I think like my favourite colleague has to be like past and present, so Tom Langley.
Very good. Alumni of the FMCG Guys podcast, by the way. What is your go-to outfit for work events?
Oh, I'm really boring. I feel like I'm quite shabby and formulaic, like high-waisted wide trousers and like a sleeveless top, literally, and big earrings like I'm wearing now.
Cool.
Boring.
If it works.
It's nowhere boring.
More glamorous.
What is your favorite event so far? Like of the work events you've been to, which yeah.
Favourite one, you know, I've only been twice, but I've really enjoyed Shop Talk in Barcelona each time. And I love it just because obviously it's in Barcelona and the weather's great and the culture's great. It's a fab place. But I love the event because it's not just about like retail media is such a small part of it. It's like about retail brands. And I feel like I always have some great takeaways from it. And it's always great to have, you know, conversations with different vendors and things like that and network. So yeah, I think definitely Shop Talk.
Awesome. Out of your like work day, what's your favorite part?
Having a laugh with my team, and that's non-work related. So on Fridays we tend to come into the office, which I know is against, like most people don't come into the office, but we tend to do it because it's like a day where we know we all sit together and we just have a laugh about different things, whether it's like stuff we're doing or funny work instances and stuff like that. We like to see the funny side in everything that we're doing, even in the challenging bits as well. So yeah, that's my favorite part of the day.
And you know what comes next? What's your least favorite part of the day?
Admin. Anything that's to do with admin, training, things that I haven't done that I have to do, mandatory stuff.
sending travel receipts, processing those.
Oh yeah,
so much fun, isn't it?
terrible about that.
When your wallet is full of like random papers that you need to process and scan, and isn't that a joy? And since I asked you like random questions, I let you introduce yourself. I'm gonna give you 20 seconds, if I can find my clock, to give us an elevator pitch of who you are and what you do.
Of course. So, yeah.
And then tell me already.
Oh, already? I'm Jemma. I head up property strategy and development team and the John Lewis partnership. So, my team is responsible for moving forward all of our retail media transformation for our capability across all the touch points that we monetize in the customer journey for John Lewis and Waitrose.
Amazing. Really good.
Okay, let's continue with the first game, the ping pong game. Jemma and Daniel play. You both have to name as many beer brands available in UK stores. It's a ping pong format, and whoever stops saying brands loses. You get 3 seconds to think.
This is not my strong point.
I hate beer. I hate beer like that. I don't know anything. So Emma, you have to tell us who starts. Who starts answering?
I can go.
Okay, Gemma starts.
Peroni.
Estrella Damm.
Asahi.
Stella Artois.
Heineken.
Guinness.
Budweiser.
Two Saints.
Brewdog.
Heineken.
Jubel. Oh no, that's not a beer, is it?
Yeah.
Duvel is beer. Yeah.
Peach flavoured cider. I won't get that wrong.
No, Duvel is beer. Duvel is beer. Okay, Daniel.
Madrid.
Moretti.
How many seconds did we have again?
20. I think we're almost past, but I think. Are you stopping?
Okay. Honestly, I can't think of any more. Jimmy, you win. Honestly, I'm not giving it away. I just can't think of any more. I'm starting to feel dizzy.
I thought it was a good category for a Friday afternoon.
Oh.
You know, you can guess where my mind is at.
For sure. So, the next game that we have is called Would You Rather.
Brilliant. I love Would You Rather.
Okay. So, would you rather work at an agency or a tech solution?
Tech solution.
Why?
Text.
Why? Because I just think it's more interesting. I used to be a product manager when I was at Dunnhumby, looking after Sociomantic, which was like our DSP that we acquired at the time. And I also looked after our offers platform. And I just find it interesting. And I think there's so much you can learn. And I love getting stuck into a roadmap and stuff. So I'd definitely choose tech solution.
Okay. Stay at home on a Friday night or go out?
You know what? I'm really old and I have a daughter and I'm always really tired. So I'd say stay home. But just because I like to enjoy the weekend and do loads of stuff. But I do like going out every now and then and I love a few cocktails and wine. So it's not all the time.
Let me put it differently. If it were the last night of your life, what would you do?
I would go out. Yes.
That roast, yeah.
And then you have a wrong fix. So, next one, grocery shop, online or in store?
You know what? If I actually look at mine, it's in store. Mainly because I like a lot of fruit and veg. I'm a vegetarian and I like to pick my fruit and veg. I hate it when I do an online order and someone else has chosen stuff that's just about to go off. And I always have a really, really bad avocado that's always brown. And I'm like, no, I just like to pick it. And also there's obviously a Waitrose near me. So I go there all the time, yeah.
Same with me, to be honest. I don't know if you...
Yeah, same. Yeah. I usually, I try to move to online shopping to save time and to get a full work week and a family going and saving time. But yeah, no, in-store still is better.
Yeah. Would you rather work in HR or in IT?
Both horrible.
They're both hard, aren't they?
Yeah.
I just think with IT, you're just dealing with all of the really, really dull problems. I think at least with HR, it's still dull, but at least there's probably some interesting stuff that comes up sometimes, like juicy gossip that you might hear.
That's the better part of HR, I think, rather than firing people, just hearing all the gossip.
Emma, you know that my background is in recruitment, and in
I know.
next episodes you have to put something like, what annoys you more, a headhunter or a second?
We can get everyone's opinion on your past. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Well, still present actually. Last one, Jim, but not least. Would you rather go to Aldi or go to Asda?
Aldi, and I'll tell you why. Because I love that central aisle they have that's just full of random stuff. Most of it's useless, but sometimes you get some really random stuff. You're like, that might be useful one day, and you end up buying it, and then about a year later, you're like, yes, we're going somewhere. I can use that weird waterproof picnic blanket that I picked up. So yeah, that's the reason why.
And last one, work fully remote or fully at an office?
Oh, fully in the office.
Really?
Yeah, I love hybrid working and I love being able to work from home every now and then because I think it's when you need to get your head down and if you need flexibility, it's really useful. But I think in general, I like being around people. And so I get my energy from being in an office and seeing people and having good chit chats and stuff like that. So yeah. in the office.
Yeah, that is true. And you have an amazing team. That is true. I would still, like, I switched to remote a year ago. And it's, yeah, life changer is a bit too much maybe, but the benefits really outweigh the downsides, I think.
Okay. There's definitely
Oh, yeah.
bits with it. But yeah, I think for me, but then full time in an office is pretty full on as well. Although
Yeah.
it did for years until like.
Yeah, we were all doing it. Nobody was questioning it. But now if you think about it, it's, yeah.
Although it seems like it's going back now towards more and more companies like 3 days and 5 days, like making it mandatory. So yeah, interested to see where it'll go.
Cool. Next game?
It's up to you, Emma. It's your turn.
Yeah, true. Oh, my turn.
Yeah.
My turn for the Would You Rather.
No, it's a true or false.
Yeah, okay, cool. Okay. The next game is true or false. You, Gemma, learn more from the US than European retailers.
Course. And the reason I'd say that, I'd say I don't think I learn more. I learn different things from US versus Europe. I think in the States, I think when you look at their use of customer data and digital technology to scale out retail media in digital channels, it's phenomenal. And they have great learnings in that space and they're able to do it at pace, given customer volumes and data and the access to technology. They've done that really well. And I think there's some great learnings there. I also think they're really good at the go-to-market and having confidence around creating a retail media network brand and kind of going to market with that. So I think there's great learnings with that. But if I look at holistic propositions and retailers who are looking at all of the different touch points that you can monetize in the journey, and drawing those all together and making it seamless and having a kind of real insight-led approach and leveraging data in the best way across everything, I think European retailers plus the UK, I think have more experience and better examples of that. So I'd say, yeah, it's definitely false because there's different things you can learn from both those different markets.
Cool. Really makes sense. And I think UK is leading if you're talking about Europe or Europe and UK combined, right? Next one, private label will continue to win brand share.
False. I think in some retailers and in certain economic times, I think it will. But I think brands will overall always be there and continue to have a stronger presence rather than private label. Because I think people are very fond and faithful to brands as well. And they might, during hard times, I think, move to private label. But I think overall, I can't see a place where it overtakes it. Brands are way too strong overall. So you'll see peaks and troughs over time, but it will never become like the main share of it.
Makes sense. Continuing for on-site is the revenue driver in retail media.
False, because it depends on the retailer. And it depends on your percentage of sales that you do through online. Like if I take John Lewis versus Waitrose in our world, the share of our online is much greater in JL, which is obviously means that naturally we generate more through that channel for ad revenue versus Waitrose where it's less and it's the most is in store. And obviously during COVID we saw that obviously changed radically, but it's normalized again now. And I think so that's always you've got to bear that in mind to see whether it's your main driver of revenue. So it's unique to each retailer depending on but also how sophisticated their ad tech is as well. So if you have quite basic ad tech, it's going to be quite hard, I think, to generate more revenue through that. However, if you've got best-in-class targeting, you can do closed-loop measurement, you can demonstrate the offline efficacy of your online media investment, then you can grow more revenue in that channel, even if it's not your kind of main area, the highest percentage of sales through that channel. So yeah, I would say it's false overall for those reasons.
But on the last point, I could add a Pentley pitch, but I was... Okay, next one. The retail media bubble will burst in 2026.
False. I don't think so.
Will it be 27 then?
Will it ever?
I don't think it's ever going to burst. I think it just becomes more part of the media toolkits of brands, and it becomes less of this thing that I think people say it's the the new thing that keeps growing. It'll keep growing, but I think it'll just become normalized in media. So I don't think it's gonna burst. I just think it just becomes more part of a natural part of a brand's kind of strategy when it comes to activation across all different media formats.
Interesting. Only time will tell.
Yeah, only time will tell.
Emma, I forgot when I told you it was your turn that actually you're doing the next section as well. So many things that you get to do here, because this is Two Truths and a Lie, which you prepared, right?
I prepared what you were going to ask, and you have to guess.
I was, many years ago, a background dancer in a Status Quo comeback video. And my second is that I was once on the Graham Norton show in the UK, and I met the original Starsky and Hutch and won one of the competitions, one of the games that they were having on the show. And the third is that I am distantly related to Brad Pitt.
I think
I like all of them.
I like the straight face. I like the straight face on Jim with the whole thing. Like, I think. What would you say, Emma?
I believe the background dancing. Really?
I think that one is not true.
No.
I
mean, if it is, there should be proof. There should be proof. We can put the proof in the show notes, and it will go viral next podcast. No, I think the last one is not true. The Brad Pitt one.
Okay, I think the first one. Jim, what's on the truth?
The lie is I'm distantly related to Brad Pitt.
Well, the good news is, and now you can find the video, the Status Quo comeback video.
There is actually evidence on YouTube.
Wow!
Wow!
Amazing.
Okay, everyone who's listening will know.
Yeah, this
Go to YouTube.
Video will be on YouTube, so it's just like a quick click from that. Amazing.
Pretty cool.
And Emma, I know that you've prepared Two Truths and a Lie.
Okay.
Let's see if I win this one. I like to win, so I hopefully will.
Yeah, you're losing this time. Like you're way behind. Okay, 3 facts. I once sold a Picasso painting at an art fair in Miami. I got sick during a networking event at sea during Shop Talk Europe. And I had a food blog, and Otto Lengi reposted our version of his dish on Instagram.
What's Ottolenghi?
What was the third? Sorry again.
One?
I had a food blog, and Otto Lengi, the famous chef, maybe not so famous with this audience, but you know, the Middle Eastern chef Otto Lengi has great restaurants in UK as well. He reposted my version or our version of his dish on Instagram.
I think it's the Picasso's the lie.
I think the second one, because I don't think you got sick.
I can't remember on the second one. I kept I was thinking, well, I know.
But she got sick on some, I don't know what boat trip she went on. Stick you around.
I really wanted to bring this event up with the 3 of us. No, the second one is a lie. I didn't feel very well when we took off sailing at the sea in Barcelona. What?
I win?
Yeah, you win, because this one was false. And it is true that I sold a Picasso painting. I studied art history, worked in a gallery, and sold really a Picasso painting in Miami.
Nice.
So cool.
Different career, different highlight. But yeah. And I'm still happy I didn't really get sick at your boat, Daniel. But Gemma, you and the team were doing so great that evening.
And I'm still amazed that
I
didn't get sick, because I normally do get quite sick on boats. But I think because of where we were sat, it was fine. I mean, you could see out on the horizon.
Yeah.
We just couldn't stop laughing.
Gemma, you were. It was great, like for whoever. I was fine as well. It was a great.
You were fine. It was like, I think, the most intense networking event I've ever attended. Yeah. But it was a memory. You created a memory, Daniel.
You did.
Yeah,
really.
Totally. Great people.
No one could have predicted the weather changing like that quickly.
I don't know how I fool people into going to winery, going on a boat, but somehow people seem to trust me somehow.
Out of the
They will.
that you ran, which one was your favourite?
You can't make me choose between mum and dad and then my silly brother. They were all good in their own rights.
I think the boat was the most bespoken one.
Yeah.
For sure.
I mean, they're all very good. What can I say? What can I say?
That's true.
You
Okay.
to the next one?
Yeah. Over to the predictions. So, Gemma, what's your bold prediction for retail media in the next year, the next 12 months?
You know what? This is going to be really boring, but I don't think I have a bold prediction. Apart from, I think the thing when I think about retail media, I think my experience, both at dunnhumby and also at the partnership here of going through transformation. I don't think a lot of the challenges that we face are uncommon, and I think loads of other retailers face the same things in trying to scale out and improve their businesses. So I think like more and more tech vendors will come up with better solutions to help solve a lot of the challenges that all retailers have in the space around how can you better leverage AI, how can you better automate things, how can you make things more streamlined so that you can actually concentrate on, driving revenue and not get bogged down with a lot of the convoluted processes and things that are involved with it. So it's not really an exciting or bold prediction. I think it'll be interesting that you'll see more and more players come up with great solutions that can help businesses improve what they do. So I think it's interesting to see how that will change. And I think it was an interesting conversation that we actually had with a vendor at Shop Talk, and I thought it was quite interesting to say that they said they'd recently been involved in an RFP for a retailer with 18 different vendors, whereas this is for like on-site media. So you can kind of imagine that a few years ago, it was probably just a few of the main players, right, that everyone knows about. And for there to be now 18, possible different solutions out there, which retailers can have, I think just shows the pace at which like technology is evolving to meet the needs of retailers in the space. So I think we'll start to see that across the board, not just in certain channels like digital, but across everything. So yeah, that's what I think. So yeah, not anything too bold or too radical, but that's from my experience what I think will happen.
Very cool. Very cool. So I wanted to ask you, Emma, what is coming up with the Women in Retail Media? I mean, we should remind everyone to follow you guys on LinkedIn. I think we'll leave the link on the show notes, of course. Anything that we should expect? I mean, apart from all the things that you did at the Mexico.
Yeah, definitely. Please follow on LinkedIn. We have big plans for the future, which the Mexico, proved with hosting such a really cool pre-event. The reactions were so good by all the women that attended. So if you want to get in touch to either become a member or host more events like this, do follow us on LinkedIn.
Very good, very good. And sorry, hold on a second. Where did I leave my notes?
I think you want to make some call out. I actually also wanted to still make a note about all the vendors in the space, but we're already well.
I'll do it now. Yeah. Jim, thanks so much for joining us and
Thanks.
Bringing the latest of I would call it the posh retail media network of the UK to the hot seat.
I love it. The posh retail media network.
No, I know. I don't know how you don't.
Is it true?
Is it true? I think we are the posh retail media network. Yeah.
Totally. Let's admit it. But well, thanks to everyone who is watching or listening. We would love to hear your thoughts as well as we do this format in a more fun, relaxed way that you would find anywhere. I would want you to comment in a more relaxed, fun, and open way than anywhere else. So thanks for joining us, and we'll see you in the next episode, either of the FMCG guys or the hot seat. By the way, Emma, we still haven't decided a cadence, but we'll probably be announcing it soon. Thanks, everyone, and see you soon.